Hopefully Kathy and Caroline will show up soon. I haven't heard.
Okay.
Check my email, see if they've said anything. Doesn't look like they said they weren't coming, so they'll probably show up.
Okay.
They usually let me know.
And how is your stepson doing? Is it your
Oh,
son-in-law?
Andy, my son-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
he's doing a lot better. He's still got
yeah.
some brain fog, and he's gonna have physical therapy on his arm for probably a year to get his wrist working again, because it shattered all the bones in his wrist, and they had to do 2 surgeries to put it back together. But
Okay.
yeah, he's doing surprisingly well.
He had a concussion. Did he had a concussion?
He had a concussion. He hit his head in 3 places and cracked his skull, and um, so broke his wrist and his leg. But yeah, the brain fog is slowly clearing, and the bones are all healed up. So now it's just a matter of doing all his exercises to get his muscles and tendons stretched and working again.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a miracle that he's even with us still.
Yes. Yes. With for sure he was protected
Yeah,
during that fall. Like it's 150 meters. I think
yeah,
you said that
150 feet. Yeah, I don't
150 feet.
think
But
150
still,
meters. Yeah, that's more like
wow.
50 meters, I guess, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Still pretty far.
Yeah. Um, um,
Know what's happening with the other two.
okay.
Hopefully, they said they were coming, so maybe they'll just be late. Anyway, so what's been going on with your
Um,
life?
well, I'm glad if we can have a one-on-one conversation because, um, well, for the positive stuff, like my website there has been lots of progress with that. I was able to take a picture of myself, and the English version is complete. So I have to do the translation to French,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to prepare the training material. Where I'm struggling is I don't know if I should include Fairy Reiki in my services. Um, so I need clarity about that. My first idea was to go and start in a very simple way and offer only Usui Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel very drawn to Fairy Reiki. I love that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of have a bad feeling of including this in my website, and I don't know why.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's a fear of judgment or if it's just not the right timing
Yeah. Huh.
for that.
Have you been doing it with people?
I've tried it once on an acquaintance, and I loved it. The energy was like flowing very well, and she liked it, and she won because I'm practicing on her. And this week I spoke with her, and she said, "Oh, we can schedule another practice." And I said, "Well, do you want Usui or Fairy Reiki?" Or she said, "Either of them." She said, "I don't mind."
Uh-huh.
So um, we didn't have a chance to chat, but she's very spiritual, very open. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's because I consulted my mother on it, and my mother is not very open like
Hmm.
to this stuff. So she's thinking I could lose credibility if I include this in my website.
Uh,
Mm,
well, I mean, the fact that you're doing a Reiki anyway, it's pretty woo-woo to most people.
yeah,
So,
I know.
um, I don't think you're going to lose credibility by offering a different type of Reiki. I don't know. I had one coach that said, your wealth is in your weirdness. So ever since then, I felt like a lot more comfortable putting the weird stuff out there. And it's true. That's what people, that's where your authenticity comes through. People relate to that. And, somebody that's like very structured and corporate is probably not going to want Reiki anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, but I mean, I would just go with your gut feeling about it, whatever, whatever feels
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And I feel, I recall, I have read that on your website that your wealth is in your awareness. So I thought about that too. And I also read that when it feels heavy, it's not good. And when it feels light, it's good. So, but it feels heavy.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm confused, and I'm a very intuitive person, but I can get confused very easily
Yeah,
by my thoughts. I think it's, and when that yes but, when you receive an intuition but you're in the yes but and you don't listen to the guidance
right.
you're receiving. I think it's
Well,
maybe that, like, I shouldn't include it, but I'm thinking yes but I like it. So
you can always add it later, you can just start it out with just
yeah.
the Usui, and then, as you start building your business, you can add in the fairy Reiki or whatever else.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And I, yeah, that's what I was thinking to do.
Um,
Start simple and add it after. And for some reason lately, I feel more disconnected to the fairies and the fairy realms. So I'm wondering if they feel that I'm giving up on them by not putting this on my website, or if I done something else, or um, maybe I'm not centered enough. I don't know. It's
I don't think they're going to be judging you about that.
okay.
They don't think in terms of time the same way we do, and if you do it another time, it'll be just
Okay.
as good as if you do it now. Hey,
Okay.
Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
Hi, hi. How are you, Marilyn? All right? You
Health
feeling
wise,
better?
um health wise it's very challenging.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
Uh, like I told Bernadette, I did lots of progress on my website for
yeah.
my Reiki practice.
Mhm.
Uh,
Wonderful.
a lot has been going on since we last met. So, um, hi, Katie.
Yeah, we'll say hi to Kathy as well. Well, the energies are so powerful now that you're going to see big changes. I've
Yeah,
been seeing big changes too, so I hear you. Yeah. And I've been wanting to restructure how I work, and we're just seeing a lot right now.
yeah,
The reason I was outdoors, I took the laptop with me so I could still hear Marilyn, but we've got the eclipse on here,
Yeah, I just
and
saw it.
it's happening in New Mexico right now. And it's so weird. The light is so weird. And of course, I had to look at the sun, which you're not supposed to do. But I just kind of glanced at it, and I could see the moon was in front of it a bit, but the light is so strange. And it's dark in the house, and it's never, I'm pet sitting, and it's never this dark in the morning. So it's just kind of funny, but it's
it's
interesting um, to
Yeah,
witness,
the
and the
energy is
energies are
really intense
intense.
too. Yeah,
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 yeah.
it's really cloudy here, so we could look at the eclipse without blinding ourselves. So it's kind of
Oh, that's good.
through the
That's good.
clouds.
Yeah. Did you see? I know it came through Northern California. Did you see it at all?
I did, yeah, just a
Yeah.
few minutes
Good.
before the call started.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah. But the energy was just like so intense. I could feel it before I even went out and saw the.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely it is.
For me, it was like the past few weeks was another storm. Like I've been feeling like I'm in a big storm for 2 years. You know, my life has
Mm.
changed like crazy. And but there are periods where it's more calm. And over the past 6 weeks, I was like in another it's like, and I know it's my life is just trying to align. You know, I'm just the guides are just trying to put me on the, the right path, align me on my life path. But I've given up my massage therapy course. um, I was too sensitive to do massage therapy, to my empath gifts, you know, like
Right,
it's,
right, right.
Mm.
I didn't want to mention that to you before, but yeah.
yeah, I know, but I think I had to try it because I
Sure.
thought that with Reiki, you know, I could protect myself more, but I'm really too sensitive for skin to
Mm.
skin contact
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a long time. So um, yeah, so I've given up on that and I've advanced. I did lots of progress on my website. Now I have to develop the training material. I was able to take a picture of myself. And I like I was telling to Bernadette, I need clarity on the services I will offer. So I'm not sure if I should include Fairy Reiki or not. Um, so that's a thing I need clarity on. And I think the biggest thing I need, for me for today, it's which in regards to my back, I have two herniated discs.
Yeah.
Um, and that that has been there for a while, for many years. When I had my accident 2 years ago, I fell on my bumps, and it just um, put some more pressure on the discs. I think so. It aggravated the herniated discs.
Mm.
And lately there was progress, but I did a move like I moved a garbage can. That's stupid, but it was so heavy, and since then I'm in acute pain,
Uh,
super acute pain. I had to be on medication for that, but I don't tolerate the medication. I have side effects, so I take Tylenol and I'm on ice. And it brings me to something maybe more spiritual, like, and I don't want to hijack that meeting. I think that's gonna be my after that I'm gonna be done. But um, I was told, you know, I had Reiki. I consulted different Reiki masters, and I was told two different versions of why I have herniated discs.
hmm.
Even before my accident, it's one of them told me it's because of a karmic issue or past
Yeah,
issue.
yeah,
And
yeah.
another one told me, and that resonates well with me, it's because of what's going on in the world, like especially in relation to the animal, to the animals, what the treatment to animals and how they are impacted to climate change. And I was told that for me, like I like animals more than I like humans. And
Me,
that's
me
that
too. Me too. Hey, join the club.
okay. I'm glad that you I'm not the only one. And that's so true. And I was told that what's going on with the animals, like it's unbearable for me. It's like and that's true. And for me, like the earth and the animals are so sacred. And that's, you know, where there's a destruction going on. There's a massive destruction, and I know there will be a new world. And but um I don't know how to. accept or even tolerate what's going on right now. And at our last call, like Bernadette, you said the universe is taking care of it. And I burst into tears and it brought me relief. But afterwards, like my struggles came back, you know? So um, I don't know. And I've been doing Reiki and praying, but I think I kind of need an explanation of how the universe is taking care of it, because for me, all I'm thinking of is the suffering the animals are going through, and I cannot detach myself from that. It's and I know it's my empath side probably. And it's
Mhm.
I don't know, but I don't know how to make peace with what's going on right now. For me, it's kind of impossible, and I I I don't know. I recall you said, let's focus on the positive and our projects and everything. But I think I have something to resolve. So
I think you need to realize that there are no victims. I mean, even though it appears that there are, every being is making a choice that they're choosing the experience that they're having for some reason. And it may be to wake up the empathy in humans, but even though there is suffering going on, it's by the choice of the beings that are suffering. And it's like,
even the animals.
yeah, animals are creating their own reality just like we are.
Okay.
And I think sometimes they're just trying to awaken compassion in humans, and they're willing to go through that experience just to wake people up.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything to add about that?
It's a breakthrough moment when we accept that we're not victims, because the victim savior paradigm has been shoved on us for centuries. Look at what the church has done. And I know I'm critical of the church because I grew up in it and damn near killed me. But, you know, all this nonsense about this healer will save me, or this practitioner, or this philosophy, or this god or goddess is going to make everything okay. And I try to stop people from thinking I can solve their issues for them, and I have to stop myself from reaching out for something or someone that I think is going to solve things for me. It just has to stop. That's the old duality paradigm: good, bad, up, down, victim, savior. We just have to come out of it.
Right.
And it's hard, everything going on in Israel and Palestine right now. It's dreadful to see these images. I try not to watch the news too much. I just want to basically keep up, but not drench myself in it, because those images are only put out so that we'll get angry and choose one side or the other. And that's also duality. And that's, that there's absolutely no progress in that whatsoever. We're just going to be stuck in 3D if we keep up the hatred and the division. So it's one of the biggest hills or mountains I think I've ever had to face, and probably most people as well.
Yeah.
And Marilyn, you can't help the animals if you focus on the pain, because whatever you focus on, you get more of. You can be of more help to them if you substitute, when you find yourself focusing, say a prayer, do a visualization, show that golden new earth, see it in your mind, because that's how you can help them. Focusing on the pain is just dragging you down, and you'll be able to help them more once you break free of that.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, and do you think like sending, because I've been trying trying to do this, but is it, I mean, is it okay to send Reiki
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Of
to,
course.
yeah.
It's appropriate.
Of course.
When you send Reiki, it's always accepted or rejected by whoever you're sending it to. So it's, I mean, just send it with the intention that they can choose to take it or not.
Mm. I was just wondering if it's the right way to deal with the situation. Is it by, sending Reiki or focusing on, because I was told like you just have to let go of this world and focus on the new world. So, but should I just like ignore what's going on, or just, that's, I'm a bit torn in.
When you focus on the new world, you're not ignoring, you're creating that's how we manifest. You're not ignoring, you're creating, and you're raising the vibration.
Okay. Okay.
Because you can't do anything about it tears me up too. I can't go to all those laboratories and pull them out. So this is how we handle it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can't fix the matrix. I keep getting that message.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anybody else have things going on that you want to talk about, or over the last month or so?
My month, it's been good. Everything's better. My husband's getting better. I think, had we already been on vacation when we had the last? I
We
think
were
so.
just about to leave.
We're about to go.
Oh, okay. It was great. It worked out fine. I found out 2 days before I left, a friend called me in the evening and said, "What about the hurricane?" I didn't know anything about it because I don't watch the news, but it went elsewhere. Hurricane Lee, I think it was called.
Yeah.
So we just had a great time, which is helpful.
Mhm.
And I've been writing and sending out my newsletter and doing all that kind of stuff. So are we talking about what we want to create, or is that another segment?
We can do that too if you want.
Okay. Okay. I'm starting this. My neighbor is a fiction writer. He writes horror, and he's getting in the door by sending out short stories to online magazines and getting his short stories in anthologies. So I'm going to take that approach right now. And so I would like to sell some of my stories or get them published. I don't have to make money on them online. In the past, I've sold a couple to the UK, but I haven't been submitting. It's been a long, long time.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. That is great.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, you guys.
I'm glad you don't write horror.
I know. I know.
I
I'm
hate
not,
horror. It's awful.
I hate it. I just hate it.
Wretched.
Yeah.
I'll take your stuff any day, Kathy. And I like the latest newsletter. It was good fun. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
liked it too.
Mhm.
How about you, Caroline?
Yeah. I know I just had vacation time at the end of August, but I'm ready for another one.
Yeah.
These energies are exhausting. And I also just want to step back. I'm reading this amazing book called by Greg, I don't know how to say his name, McEwen, I guess, or McKean, I don't know,
I can't
McKeown.
hear.
And it's called Essentialism. And it's about a huge issue for me, which is releasing the need to release the tasks and the involvements that a person has, which don't really contribute to their life work, their quality of life, their joy, their fulfillment. It's what people like to call busy work in a way. It's just something we do because we think, oh, I have to help this person, or it's my obligation, to volunteer for this, and I have to do this and this. And it weighs you down. And it's just something I'm working on to fully define what is most important to me, what is most fulfilling, and what's not only necessary, but really vital to my life purpose. So that's really huge, because I mean, I was raised that you take on anything you see that needs doing. You just volunteer, you take care of other people, you caretake constantly, you put yourself last, and you have to be a workaholic. If you're not a workaholic, you're not doing, you're insulting God and your country if you're not a workaholic. I've never liked it, never thought that was correct, but it became this automatic go-to behavior, kind of compulsive, and people see it and they encourage me to change that. And a friend said, one time, I guess I've always just seen you as a workaholic. And I said, well, I didn't have any choice. Growing up, that's how I was trained. And as it was always tenuous whether I was allowed to be in the family or not, so at least that was something I had control over. But then as you get older, you realize this isn't right. And now I'm 62. I can't keep overworking forever and ever,
Right.
So I did at one point cut down to 4 days a week, but at one point I want to work just 3. And that almost feels illegal, but I have to do it. Not only am I not getting younger, I don't see the point of working every single day of those 4 full days, as if that's the only solution.
Yeah.
There's people half my age who are only working 2 or 3 days a week, and they make plenty more than I do because they've worked it out. They have worked out how to make their money in 2 or 3 days a week, and they're doing great. So it's not like it doesn't exist. In addition to which, the universe will lead us wherever we say, this is my reality. The universe will say, okay. It'll lead you there. That's where your frequency is, Yeah. So that's
excuse me, Carolyn, in that first part, I think what you're talking about is the Pareto principle, that 20% of your efforts will give you 80% of your results.
Yeah, to a good
there
degree.
You go.
And the book Essentialism talks about that. Yes. And at any given time, you only wear 20% of what's in the closet, and then there's another 20% of that you prefer, and so on. So and we do it with nearly everything.
And then there's the aspect of feeding your soul, because I've listened a lot to Rebecca Campbell, and she talks about listening to the whispers of your soul, and maybe some things aren't going to be your business, but you need it for, like you're traveling, you need that for your soul.
Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's why I left my previous job, and I had a very good income, but it was not feeding me anymore. And I was thinking, if I go back, I'll just die slowly. So, and and one point I wanted to mention, I heard lately, it's about working smart, not working hard.
Yeah.
So I like this. But I think you said it also, Caroline, like when you said like some people have figured out how to make good income within 3 days of work a week. So I think there's a trend. Like I'm 47, and I was like in a, I've been working hard all my life, and since my accident, I've changed mentality completely, and I'm with you. I don't want to go back to 5 days a week. I want to do something that's feeding my soul, that nourishes me. And I think there's a new trend. I don't think, and I'll just, so for me, it's my accident that led me to this realization, and detach from it's hard to detach from the system, when you're in it.
Yes.
For me, my sick leave allowed me to take a step back, and I saw all the craziness, and I was like, I don't want to go back into this. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a wake-up call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I think the energies of the new earth are all about doing what we enjoy and
Yes.
you know, not trying to force ourselves into a pattern to make money, but to just allow the money to be there and do what we love doing. And I
Yeah.
don't know, I found for myself that when I don't know when it was, several years ago, I just decided I'm only going to do what I like doing. I'm not going to compromise. And since then, it's like money comes in from different directions, but it's always there when I need it. And I just do what I want to do. You know, I take care of dogs, I do Reiki, I do, you know, but I don't do anything full time and I don't force myself to do anything. So I don't know, it's like a whole different way of trusting the universe to provide what you need,
Yeah.
trusting that you can do what you enjoy and still be supported.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and then, like you mentioned also on your website, the law of attraction will do its work also when you do something that you like,
Mhm.
something that you're passionate about. So,
Right, because then you're raising your vibration, and when your vibration is higher, you're attracting more of what you like. And
mm.
Yeah.
so, did you have anything you want to manifest for this month, Caroline?
Oh, more direction on putting out less effort. You know, a friend of mine who's a business coach noticed she said it feels like you're efforting so much all the time, and I would like less effort but more returning to me, and that means I have to open up to receive more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more good ideas, new ways of doing things, more income, that kind of a thing. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. How about you, Marilyn? Is there anything in particular you'd like to manifest over the next month?
Um, for me, like if I go to a very concrete objective is to um, develop my training material. I think that's gonna be for my Reiki practice. That's my next step um, in the implement. Not if I can say, I don't know if I can say implementation of my Reiki practice. So the website is pretty much finalized. So developing training material, um, clarity on the services I will provide, whether I will include fairy Reiki or not. Um, and being at peace with what's going on right now. And when you said we can't fix the matrix, I was wondering. That's why I was asking if it's okay to send Reiki, because I was thinking, am I trying to fix the matrix by sending Reiki to the animal kingdom and to the earth? So, but maybe by sending Reiki, I'm working on creating the new world. I don't know. I just need maybe your input on this, and that's gonna be it for me. I think only that.
Yeah, I don't think sending Reiki is trying to fix the matrix. I think it's that's more like if you were going out and trying to dismantle the factory farms or you know that kind of stuff. But you know, sending Reiki is basically just a heart connection with the animals, and you're supporting them as they're going through whatever they're going through.
So are you going to teach Reiki classes? Is that what you mean by training materials?
Yeah, but for me, it's my goal in my practice is really to more focus on self-treatment and training close relatives of a person going through serious health issues, um, I don't want to train Reiki masters. I want to train at level 1 and 2.
Mm.
And it's really, I want to put a focus on self-treatments. Because for me, since my accident, that's what brought me back to the Reiki.
Mm.
And yes, I saw like Reiki masters, but self-treatments were super important for me. I did Reiki like on me every day. So I think what I've been through, like that's what I want to help people who are who will be going through or are going through in the same kind of situation that I have been through. But I'll accept whoever is coming to me. But and I think my power animal is the whale, and the whale is, I was very much into the whale energy over the past 2 years. The whale will help you when you're going through very challenging times, and she's gonna take you on her back, and she's gonna bring you like out of the troubled waters. So that's the way I envision my practice. So yes, I would train, but I don't want to train like to large groups, or I would rather to give one-on-one training to a person who's, for example, going through long COVID. Just want to teach the person how to do self treatments. Yeah, that's my vision for now. I'm starting simple and small, and
Sounds great.
Yes, it does. That sounds great.
yes.
So why
Okay.
don't we start by visualizing Marilyn having a thriving Reiki practice, and every other thing that she wants to add to it will just come naturally when it's time. But for now, she's focusing on teaching self-treatments and helping people connect with the Reiki energy. Finding the perfect clients. Hey, see you in a space, a sphere that you've created of Reiki energy that people just coming into it begin to feel healed.
Well, I got this tremendous feeling of joy and peace. I mean, I couldn't hold it back. And with this little meditation I had about this, there's just so much joy and peace. And I see you full of energy, full of smiles, and the sad stuff is behind you. That you're into this new happy phase of yourself. And I see animals coming to you. I think that maybe you're going to do some Reiki with animals or teach others to do, or even maybe some animal communication. I wouldn't be surprised, but I got a lot, and angels are there. I just got all this big stuff.
Yeah, I got very much the same image that you were just so joyful at this work, Marilyn, and that you were following your intuition about what was right for you, the shape of your work, what you offer, the uniqueness of it, how you present it to people. You're just listening to your higher self. You're going with what feels right intuitively. You're letting your left brain know, look, you don't have to understand everything right now. We're not going to understand everything. We're just going to go with this for now. And we're experimenting a bit. So just sit down and be quiet kind of thing. Is the left brain's always going to say, you know, how's that going to work? What's that? I just kind of, you know, said, quiet down. And then I saw some sort of like some clutter maybe from the past or dust or whatever. And I just kind of got a broom and swept it out of the room. Like, all right, you're done. You're dissolved, you know? Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that means a lot to me. That's how I see myself too. So I'm in a transition right now, but that's where I see myself.
You're getting there. You're
Oh, yeah.
getting there.
Thank you.
Okay. So Caroline,
Ignore that weird beeping sound that
I
happened
heard that.
in this house. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if the door opened slightly or what. Just ignore. Yeah, just that I will know how to reshape my work so that I'm the essentialism book uses this phrase, do less better.
Ah,
So that's what I want to do. I want to put out less effort, be more joyful, and not just receive more, not only monetarily, but in terms of knowing that whatever I do is enough, and release this eternal feeling of it's never enough. Whatever you do, it's just never enough, or it's not perfect enough. And that's gotta go. That's gotta go.
yeah. Yeah.
right, so let's all envision Caroline having at least 4 days to relax and enjoy just doing whatever is the most fun in the moment. And on the days that she devotes to business, smooth, everything flows smoothly and efficiently, and money comes in from the pinpointed efforts that she puts out. And there's a flow that just happens naturally from doing joyful work. And it may come from directions that nobody expects yet. The universe has all sorts of ways of delivering support to us that we may not even be aware of.
Thank you.
I had a vision of you on a stage giving talks.
That's funny. I got the same image.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Getting paid as a paid speaker.
yeah. Which I have done some of, but during the pandemic, everything moved online. It's a little harder now, apparently harder, which to get that kind of work, which, you know, is ridiculous because the universe can create whatever we
Right.
decide we're going to create. But yeah, that's funny. I got the same image. Thank you.
Yeah, I got this feeling of real peace and stillness, and you connecting into the stillness, you going outside regularly out in nature to take breaks, to get away from the world,
Yeah.
the work, and to get more in touch with nature, and maybe a couple new people coming into your life to help pull you away from the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
To offer adventures and things to do.
I got that image as well. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're all keyed
Cool. Cool.
in. Yeah.
And for me, I just visualize you like you were also joyful and lighthearted. And the word that came to me before, you know, when we were talking, for me, it was the word intuition. When you were talking about what you need, and it's, I don't know, I had a feeling that you have to listen more to your intuition about the work you accept to do, you know, and
Yeah.
putting your boundaries, like
Yes.
so.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the image of a shark also that came to me at the end of the meditation. And some of the Reiki practitioners that are helping me are into Reiki shamanism. So they're working with often like spirit animals are coming. And at some point in my over the past 2 years, the shark came to me, and it was when I had to try a return to work, and they said like tap into the energy of the shark, because the shark is taking the temperature before they are attacking, you know, before they are spending. They're very wise on how they spend energy, like.
Wow. I love that. That is
Oh
great.
yeah. Okay.
It's perfect because if somebody's compulsive about giving, they don't take the temperature first. They just say yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So-
That's excellent. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about you, Kathy? Should we picture you putting your stories out, magazines, or what would you like to focus on?
Yeah, that and my children's series selling, but also it seems like Alan, my husband, is coming into the new earth. Let's encourage that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, getting him out and just I guess that's about it.
Okay.
mhm.
Let's visualize Kathy, successful short story author, getting her stories published in magazines, the children's books being popular, and Alan joining her in the new earth reality.
Mhm.
Everything flowing smoothly. Okay. I have the feeling that you and your husband were just enjoying life, watching the sunsets, walking in nature, and just having a really good time while the machinery of your writing business is all happening in the background, kind of effortlessly. Your stories are getting out there, your books are getting sold, and your main focus is just enjoying life.
I love that. I love it. Thank you, Bernadette.
Well, I was seeing the next, adult book really taking off, and you getting 10 times the audience that you've had in the past, and then the children's series with little Lily really taking off. And I saw first hundreds and then thousands and then tens and hundreds of thousands and millions of people around the world really loving it to bits, and it winning awards, having a medallion, on the cover and that sort of thing. And I saw Alan, finding his path of light and just walking up that, maybe tentatively at first, but then really joyfully finding other men also who are on a similar path, and drinking from a crystal glass, drinking water that he was finally getting the nourishment he needs spiritually, and experiencing real joy, really real soul connection. So that was really lovely to see that image. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I do. I love that too.
It won't be your path. It'll be his own, but
Exactly. Yeah, I like that because now he doesn't have his own too much.
yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it always was before. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
For me, it was very simple, but I know how important it can be um, to have support from your partner, or that they be in the same energy as you are. And that was one of my main struggles also with my partner. So I what I saw was just he was hugging you like with lots of love and kissing you on your hand. And so he was like at peace and very much loving um, towards you. So
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. I love that too. We just fixed everything.
Well,
How about you, Bernadette?
somebody gonna say something?
How about you?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Well, right now I'm kind of focused on getting my tarot deck published. I finished all the images and put the cards together and designed them. So I'm getting them put on Deckable, which is a app where you can do card readings, and there's lots of different decks people can choose from. So yeah, I'm just kind of putting that together, and then I want to get them printed also. So I just like to visualize the process going really smoothly and people really enjoying the cards and feeling like they get the energy of their Arthurian. It's called an Arthurian Magic Tarot deck, and they're all based on Arthurian images and the interaction of the fairies with the humans in the Arthurian lore. So I just would like for people to kind of get that energy from the cards and feel like they yeah, they're very helpful to them. So that's what I'd like to focus on right now.
Wonderful.
Okay. Simple one.
Yeah, I saw help coming from the outside that you're not aware of yet, and a lot of spirit allies and helpers. I see the cards surrounded with a golden radiance, and people being attracted because of the cards will convey this spiritual radiance. And well, this a friend of mine did some cards, and I think they used what's it called, Kickstart or some kind of funding
Mhm.
thing, so that they didn't have to put out all the money for the printed ones. And I was a part of it, and part of it was I got a deck of cards,
Huh?
when they came out. So I don't know if something like that could be of help to you with that or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, are you self-publishing, or do you want a traditional publisher to help you, Bernadette?
For the moment, I'm self-publishing, but yeah, if a traditional publisher was interested, I'd certainly be happy to look into that.
Yeah,
I think Hay House is one of the big card publishers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Inner Traditions might be another place to try.
Uh,
And Rodale, maybe. I don't know, depends, like you say, it depends on who does cards. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What I saw, I imaged hundreds of thousands of and maybe millions of people enjoying them, but also I saw each card speaking with a really clear voice, a really clear presence. It was pretty cool. I mean, that just jumped out at me. And
Mhm.
people really being assisted that way and gaining a lot of wisdom from whatever cards were presenting. And the presence, say, of Merlin was there in the Merlin card, and the presence of King Arthur and Guinevere, etc., and the knights, all of it was there. Each was there and offering beautiful higher wisdom, offering from where they are now, not where they were in a confused 3D Earth life, full of violence, such as life was then, still is.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I was just captivated by that. I thought, oh, they're really speaking through the cards. I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll have to get
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love
But
that.
if you're going to self-publish it first, Bernadette, look into GoFundMe.com. Kickstarter, I think you have to reach the full amount that you're asking for, or else you won't be able to collect the dough.
Oh,
GoFundMe, anything anybody contributes, you sign up for it to land in your bank account or credit union account once a week or whatever, or as soon as it comes in.
oh,
You
oh,
get with minus maybe a small fee. Mhm.
nope.
So I use GoFundMe a lot for friends of mine who are
Mhm.
living on donations due to their work. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm, mhm.
For me, I saw again, it was so simple. I don't know if it's the medication who affected my crown chakra, but I just visualized that it was bright light, like you were surrounded by white, bright light. I could barely see you, Bernadette. So
Wow.
um, that may just be a sign that you're really on the right path with your projects. So
Yeah, yeah.
or that you're surrounded um, I know you are surrounded by spiritual guides, but it was yeah, very intense bright light. So
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you,
should be a good sign.
Mhm. Mhm.
everyone. So shall we do a little guided journey before we go?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. So let's just all feel our grounding cord running down to the center of Earth. let any tension or sadness or fear or feeling of having to do anything, just let it all go. Be fully here in the moment. Let it all run down that grounding cord. Be transmuted into pure energy. Notice your breath moving in and out naturally. Notice the directions in front of you, behind you, to the right, to the left, above and below, and center within you. Visualize a beautiful iridescent bubble surrounding our group. Only allowing in the highest energies of love and above. Clearing out any negative energies, any heavy energies, any dark energies. So that this bubble is filled with beautiful iridescent light. And we're still in that energy of the eclipse. Very powerful energy of transformation that's happening like a portal through which we can step into a new reality. And as we step through this portal, we leave behind the ideas of what we should do, what we have to do to please others, what we have to do to be accepted or recognized as valid. Leave all that in the past. That's part of the matrix reality. And as the sun emerges from behind the moon, a whole new reality emerges for us. And in this reality, we have the freedom to express ourselves exactly as we like. We have the freedom to choose joy and relaxation and fun and abundance, prosperity, just because we choose it. We don't have to do anything for it. We don't have to work for it. It comes to us just because we are children of the universe. We're supported by the universe. Everything we need is provided. And our creativity expands to include the things that we really enjoy, the things that we like to share with others, and things that others respond to because we've enjoyed creating them. And as we follow our joy, our influence in the world expands when we reach out and touch more and more people who are looking for that spark of light and joy that only exists in the new reality. And as we connect with them, they begin to be pulled into the reality that we live in. This reality of uplifted wisdom and clarity, intuition, truth, where we could see through the lies and the smoke screens of the old order to the pure truth that is the reality behind the illusion. And as we walk through this new reality, we connect with people and otherworldly beings who are here to support us. And we realize that everything we need, everything we want is here waiting for us. And if we don't know how to find it, there are other people, other beings who can help us find our way to it. And our fairy allies are pointing the way to this template of the new reality that already exists in their world. And they tell us that the more we connect with it, the more real it will become in our experience. And they ask that every day we take at least a few moments to connect in with this new reality, to make it our own. So that it becomes more and more solid in our experience. Now just notice all the beings around you who are joyfully reaching out to support you, who have wisdom to share, who can help you find the easiest path forward, the most joyful path forward. All you have to do is ask for their help. They're excited and delighted that you're recognizing them because they really want to help you. And each of them has a beam of light that they send to you. And you gather it all in a globe of light. You shrink that globe of light down into a compact ball that you can fit in your heart. Carry it with you as you go through life. The light that you connect with these beings whenever you want to ask for their help. You may meet some of them in physical form, but some may always be in the spirit world. They're always there, ready and waiting to help you. So for now, bid them farewell. Thank them for all the help that they've given you so far and that they'll give you in the future. And come back into your normal waking consciousness in your body. without letting go of this new sense of connection with these helpful beings, without letting go of your connection with the new reality that you stepped into. Take it with you into your body, into your cells, into every atom of your body. Feel it vibrating inside of you. And know that no matter how confused and chaotic and horrible the outer world may appear, that's just an illusion. Within the inner core of life, all is perfect, all is in harmony, all is in balance, all is in prosperity and health, well-being. Feel that resonating through your cells, through your bones and blood, your brain, your muscles. Choose to live in this reality of perfection. When you're ready, start to move your body and notice your breath. Get centered back into physical reality again. And open your eyes and come back to join us. Okay. Anybody have anything you want to say before we go?
That was a
Just
nice
feels,
trip.
yeah,
Nice trip. I loved it.
One at a time.
Yeah, I'm done.
just feels so good every time we're journeying with you, Bernadette. It's such a blessing. I love it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Very
for
good.
being there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Bernadette.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here and adding your energy to the group. It's really, really beautiful energy that comes through here. You're all creating it together.
Wonderful.
All right, so let me look at my calendar here. Next month, the first Saturday is the 4th. Does that work for everybody?
Mhm.
I think so. Yeah.
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 Yep. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll look forward to seeing you then. And meanwhile, enjoy the beautiful energies that are coming in this month. It's pretty powerful month energetically. So, and happy Samhain.
Mhm.
Same.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Bernadette. Yeah,
All right.
thank you. Bernadette, may I stay online with you just for 1 minute? I would have
Oh,
a
sure.
question with you. Yes. Okay.
All right. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Much love.
Okay,
Much
bye-bye.
love.
Let me turn off the recording.